Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jupiter James, where I do what I want, how I want, when I want. And today I want to do astrology, so let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about the fourth house, and we're going to talk about the signs through the fourth house. The fourth house is the theme and the energy of Cancer. Cancer is a very mothering sign. It is a very nurturing sign. It is usually the sign of your childhood upbringing, your private life, and the archetype of your mother. So let's get into it. So we're gonna start with Aries. Aries in the fourth house means that in your private life, you probably are a very combative person in your private life. You probably are someone who is a very authoritative or a go-getter, like you're very assertive in your private life. At home, you probably are someone in your private life, you are probably someone who works out a lot, or you are very active, like you are always on the go, or like always doing something in your private life. Your mom is probably also a very combative figure, someone who you've had a lot of like battles and struggles with growing up. Yeah, your mom is probably a fire sign, or she gives fire sign energy. And yeah, that would be the fourth house. Fourth house, private life. So fourth house in Aries means that you are very active in your private life, probably very assertive in your private life. Someone who growing up probably had a very chaotic, combative childhood or mother-like figure. Like in your home, you were probably someone who went through a lot of conflict growing up at home. Whether it be with your mom or, with your mom. Or just, I don't want to say too much, but if you have Aries in the fourth house, let me know how your mom is. Is she very fiery? Is she someone that you go to war with a lot? Also in your private life, are you active? Like, let me know below. I would love to see how that manifests in real life. Moving on to Taurus. Taurus in the fourth house means that you had a very stable upbringing growing up. You probably had a mom who loved the finest of things. Like she wasn't materialistic, but she loved, like, when you go home to your childhood home, you probably have like very comfortable tactile things. Your mom probably has like nice pillows and nice soft like cushiony pillows and things like that. Like just very comfortable, very stable, very grounded. Like your mom was probably, she gives earth-like energy, or she is a Taurus herself. You in your private life, you probably have a very grounded and stable private life. Like nothing really happens too often. Like in your private life, things are probably slow to move. Like not a lot is rocking the boat. You are probably very, I don't want to say wealthy, but you're probably really good with money, which brings you stability. So in your private life and in your upbringing, you probably come from money, and you, because you come from money, you have a stable life. You're stable, everything's okay. And if that isn't the case, then you are probably someone who at home, you are very grounded, non-chaotic, non-chaos. Everything's just smooth sailing, if that makes sense. Okay, so moving on to the third sign, Gemini. Gemini in the fourth house is gonna be someone who in their private life, they are very chatty. Like you're probably always on the phone at home. You're probably someone who you're like either writing letters, you're writing in your diary, you're probably writing a book. You are someone who is always talking. Like you have to talk. You can't not talk. Like you're like, I need to be on a chat room. If I'm not on a chat room, I'm calling my friends. If I'm not on my friend, I'm reading a podcast. Like you probably love podcasts playing. Like you're always someone who is chatty or social in your private life, like away from work. And by the way, when I say private life, I mean away from work. I mean not in the public eye, in the public hemisphere. The public hemisphere, top of the chart, 10th house energy is who you are outward to the public. When I say private life, I mean who you are at home. When you clock out and you come home and you close your door, this is the energy you exude. So Gemini, fourth house, is gonna exude someone who's always chatty at home. You're probably always on the phone. You probably love social media because you just love the relay, the back and forth. Yeah. Growing up, you probably were someone who your parents or your mom was always chatting. She was a very communicative figure, and so she kind of passed that along to you, as whereas like you can't be quiet. You probably figured out early on in life that like your mom was not gonna let you not talk. Like she was someone who was like, I need to know what's going on, and you're gonna talk and you're gonna communicate it to me. Like you were probably someone in your home where there was always information going in and out and around. So that would be the energy of your mom. Your mom is probably giving Gemini energy, or she is a Gemini herself. And this can change with Placidus. Like Placidus, I like to look at, with Placidus, this could change, but she would probably giving Gemini-like energy. Fifth sign is gonna be Leo. Fifth, okay, so Leo in the fourth house, you probably had a very expressive mother, someone who was very like, took all the attention was on your mom, and she kind of lent that or passed that along to you. So now in your private life as an adult, or just privately, you are someone who also seeks to gain attention or have the spotlight on you, or you're very expressive, like expressive in all ways, whether that be your style, your personality, what you talk about, what you do. You want to have some sense of spotlight on you in your private life. So you are probably on social media a lot. You are probably also someone who is in your private life, you probably like to go out a lot in your private life. Like, yeah, away from work, you like to go out. Like you go out a lot. Like you probably love that. So you either had a mom that gave Leo-like energy, and or you had a mom that was very bold, very expressive. It was all about her. She was the matriarch. Everyone was like, it's about the mom. It's about the mom. Like that is how you grew up. If you have Leo in the fourth house, I would love to know how that manifests. Right below if that is how it is for you. Virgo in the fourth house is gonna be someone who probably had a mom that was always cleaning. Like, oh my gosh, she just could not sit down. She was always cleaning, always cleaning. Like, oh my God, mom, can you sit down? Can you watch a movie with us? No, she's cleaning. She's organizing. She's fixing. She is always up. She's just like, mom, where are you? She's literally OCD. She likes like the white glove test. That is Virgo fourth house motherly energy. But she was also very, I'd say she was probably like the perfect mom, because Virgo strives for perfection. Like just as much as she cleaned, she probably still tended to you just as much. She wanted to make sure that you were okay. Is everything okay? Do you need anything? Can I help you with anything? What can I do? Does your back hurt? Does your neck hurt? Like, is everything all right? How do you feel? Have you eaten? Have you cleaned? Do you need a towel? Do you need, like, that is your, like, I laugh because I have Virgo in the fourth, and my mom was that. Like, can you sit? Mom, can you please watch this movie with us? Can you sit down? Like, please sit down. No, not a speck of dust could be anywhere, or she's not sitting down. Even then, she was not sitting down. She was serving. Okay, so in your private life, you are probably the same way. You are probably someone who, in your private life, you're always thinking about how you can help and how you can serve, and what can you fix around the home? What can you fix your friends? Can you fix the world? Can you do this? Can you do that? You're someone that thinks about those things. So that's how you're probably very meticulous at home. You are very analytical at home in your private life. You're very structured in your private life at home with the doors closed. Okay, so Virgo means you probably had a mom who was always cleaning, always tended to your needs, was very, almost like a robot, like very, very, very just of service, wanted to help you, wanted to make sure you were okay and that she was giving you what you needed. And in your private life, you are someone who is kind of the same way. You clean, you're meticulous, you like things the way that you like them, but you also want to help others be the same way. You want to help others know what you know. Yeah. All right. So Libra. Libra in the fourth house is going to be someone in their private life who probably has a very beautiful home. Like they have very beautiful, like interior design things in their home. They probably had a very beautiful mother. They probably had a mom who was a Libra. Their mom was probably someone who was very fair. Like the mom, if you guys had a big family, if you guys had one candy bar, she would make sure to split the candy bar and evenly slice pieces and distribute it out to amongst you all. If you got a blue shoe, your sister's got a blue shoe. Brother's got a blue shoe. It's like equal. The mom wanted fairness and she never wanted to play favorites. She always wanted whatever one was treated like, the other was treated like, and she was very harmonious in that way, like very fair. And you in your private life have kind of taken on qualities of that, where you may have a beautiful home. You may like a nice, peaceful environment in your private life. You are someone who has very interior designed like things in your home. And you also in your private life try to strive for fairness. You are a very fair person. You strive for fairness, justice. You know right from wrong. You want to do things by the book that are morally right. But yeah, that is the fourth house. I hope this helped you. Remember, you guys, I do astrology counseling, astrology therapy. I do birth chart readings and analysis. I can help you with whatever you need, whatever questions you may have. I do love readings, general readings. I do career and destiny readings. So if you have any questions about anything in your life that you may need help with, I would love to help you. My info is in the comments section below, and I will see y'all on the flip side. Jupiter James here signing out. See y'all on the flip side.